Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a reading vlog because yesterday I was looking at my Goodreads account and I realized that I haven't read a single book this entire year, like not one book. I'm gonna tell you right now, the book that put me into a reading slump was definitely, where is she? Where is this bitch? The Book Thief. The Book Thief put me into the biggest reading slump because after I read it, I was like, there's nothing that's gonna be better than this. Like, nothing is gonna make me sob the way that I have already sobbed reading The Book Thief. So I convinced myself that there was nothing that was gonna give me this feeling again. I do have a set of books that I want to read, which have been on my TBR for quite a while, and I just want to get over this reading slump because I haven't read in a really long time. Obviously, it's been a year. It's July. I'm only on page 26, but it's pretty good so far. And the intonation of Aibelline's voice is so clear, and like the way that she talks is so clear, it's almost like I can hear her, which is pretty insane for only being 26 pages in. And I feel like it's gonna be a good book. Feels good so far.
Bro, if I let go of this, it's going into the wall.
So I just showered and I am obviously back in my bed. I have been really distracted and I'm not gonna lie, I've been eating shit. Like, I have not been locked in and reading like I could be, but I am enjoying it, so I also am not trying to rush myself too much. Currently on page 62, I do want to get to at least page 100, but I know I could be so much more ahead than I am right now, but I also think that I read better either later at night or early in the morning, because throughout the day I just get distracted so easily. So I'll just be here for the foreseeable future. Morning. I look disheveled, but I'm gonna start reading a little bit before the day starts, and then I look for excuses to not lay down and read. So as opposed to scrolling on my phone, I'm just gonna see how far I get. I'm on page 152, so I want to get at least halfway today. Hopefully more than halfway, because I realized yesterday that it has 500 and something pages. So if I get a little bit more than halfway, I would be happy with that. Halfway through the book, and I am really sus, okay? Because I feel like somebody's gonna die in this book. Something's gonna happen to just spin everything out of control, and I'm really scared because I am growing attached to these characters. So far, I don't regret choosing this book. This is really good so far. Oh my god, I'm scared. I kind of hope it does make me cry, because I tend to love books that make me actually sob, because I'm weird like that apparently. But I don't know, I'm scared. I feel like there's something that's definitely gonna happen. Currently horizontal, if you couldn't tell. I just showered and I washed my hair. I'm on page 252, I think, out of 520. It's going pretty good. I would love to say that I have had all the time in the world to like sit and read, but I had to study for a bit today because I have a microbiology lab exam on Tuesday and a final practical, and then I have a physiology exam coming up next week as well. So I had to go to the library for some time today to study for that for a little bit. I wish I had all the time in the world, but I don't. will be laying here in this exact position until I finish reading this book. I'm not going to finish it tomorrow. I'm finishing it today. I'm on page 392 out of, I think, 520. The book's getting finished. I'm excited. I really want to know how it ends. I'm at the point where the banquet just finished, and there's kind of a whole shit show going on between Minnie and Celia, because Celia went to the banquet in like that pink dress that apparently looked horrendous. I don't know. If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're probably just confused as hell. I don't even know what to expect. I can only expect the worst at this point. There's only so much left for so much shit to go wrong. I don't know, we'll see. I know I said I wasn't getting up, but I really want some cookies. I finished it. Are you proud of me? I feel like kind of sad now because it was something I've been working toward, but I feel like I was working toward finishing it, and now that I'm done, I don't have anything else to do. Like, this was it. This was all I was looking forward to. Now I have to study. Whatever, I won't think about that now. So I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I feel really guilty about it because for me, 5 stars is like, I'm not gonna stop thinking about it. Probably made me cry. 4 out of 5 stars is I really liked it and I connected with the characters, but usually it's the ending that makes it either a 4 or a 5 for me. Like, whether it was something that I'm gonna think about for a long time, or whether I think that the ending was cut a little bit short. I feel like this ending was cut a little bit short. I feel like the ending could have been way better. And I didn't think that I felt so passionately about this book until I was putting my rating on Goodreads and people were just talking mad shit about this book. And I was like, wait a damn minute. People were saying, because what I was saying before about Aibeline's like intonation and her voice and like the way that they were able to kind of emulate Ebonics through the book, and like the way that she was to talk in a very like country accent. I don't know, it's just very clear in the book. And Catherine Stockett made it a point to make the white characters speak different from the black characters. And I don't think that that was in a racist sense. I think it was just to push that narrative that not only were they seen differently, but there was like other traits that were kind of separating them from each other besides just this margin of race. So I think that it was very intentional in her writing. And that's what I think people were missing when I was reading those Goodreads reviews. People were saying that it was racist and all this shit. I'm like, first of all, it's about the civil rights movement. It's about how it started. It's about how black people were treated. It's about how these maids were raising white children, and those white children are growing up to also treat them poorly. Like, that was the whole point of it. So I feel like people just completely missed that. And I didn't think that I had so many opinions on it until I started reading it, and I actually got mad. I don't know. This is also my point of view, my perspective, and my opinion on the book after having read it. But I just think that it was written really well and everything felt very intentional. I think she did a good job, especially because it's one of those books where different chapters are written from different POVs. So we would have Minnie's point of view, and we would have Aibeline's point of view, and then we would have Miss Skeeter's point of view. And those were written completely different ways. So I feel like that was also another tactic of making sure that the reader wasn't confusing one character from another, because Minnie and Aibeline also spoke very differently. I didn't cry, by the way. There was no crying involved, which I'm kind of sad about. I wish I could cry, but I'm happy with the ending. I just wish that it wasn't so abrupt compared to how long the rest of the book felt, and how like how much time they dedicated to each character. I feel like it was just completed so soon in like this last portion of the book, if that makes any sense. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's on my Goodreads. I'm gonna link my Goodreads in the description box if you guys want to see my ratings on other books or just what I'm reading in the meantime, which probably won't be anything until I'm done with my exams. But I don't know if reading vlogs are boring for other people. I love watching people read and give their opinions on books and just talk about them. I feel like it always gives me ideas on different books that I could read, and I wish I could read more books in one video, but like I said, I have so many exams. Speaking of which, I actually have to go study for my lab final and practical tomorrow, so I'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching my video.